Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Iraqi Dinar News. Today marks what could be one of the most significant days in the history of modern currency revaluation. Dinar and dong holders across the United States and around the world are watching closely as live exchange rates are finally being confirmed at select U.S. financial institutions. After years of waiting, speculation, and endless debate, the long-anticipated moment has arrived. For countless investors, this isn't just financial news, it's life-changing. Stay tuned as we break down what this means for holders of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong, how exchange centers are handling the first wave of conversions, and what every investor needs to know before heading to the bank. This report is packed with vital updates, and by the end, you'll understand exactly how this long-awaited event could impact your next steps. For more than a decade, the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong has been one of the most talked about financial subjects in global investment circles. Many dismissed it as mere speculation, while others held firm, believing in the economic recovery and monetary reforms happening in Iraq and Vietnam. Today, for the first time, verifiable reports confirm that live exchange rate screens in select U.S. banks have officially updated, showing internationally recognized rates for both the dinar and dong. This confirmation is a breakthrough moment, proof that the global currency landscape is shifting in real time. Financial analysts are calling this a quiet rollout, meaning not all banks are displaying rates simultaneously, but several major U.S. institutions are now online with updated data. This is the tangible sign investors have been waiting for. The early activity began in several regional financial centers across the U.S., where currency departments started receiving internal notifications overnight. Staff were advised to prepare for an increase in exotic currency exchange requests, particularly for IQD's Iraqi dinar and VND's Vietnamese dong. As of this morning, live testing of exchange rate systems was confirmed in several cities, and select branches began limited transactions with pre-scheduled clients. This rollout is being carefully controlled to prevent sudden surges or overwhelming public demand. Bank representatives have emphasized that while the rates are indeed live, full public exchanges will proceed in phases to ensure compliance and security. Investors are urged to remain patient and follow verified
instructions from their financial institutions. So, what does this mean in plain terms for dinar and dong holders? It means the long wait is finally turning into reality. The appearance of live rates means these currencies are now being recognized for international trade and exchange at official rates. While not all banks are participating yet, the confirmation from those showing active rates is a clear indication that revaluation processes have been activated. Holders who maintained their currencies over the years, sometimes enduring skepticism and financial strain, are finally seeing concrete evidence that their patience may soon pay off. This isn't rumor or speculation anymore. It's a real-time development that financial professionals are verifying within U.S. banking systems. Let's clarify what's happening behind the scenes. Before banks can process foreign currency exchanges, they must first receive rate confirmations from centralized financial systems. These systems are connected to international databases managed by major financial regulators and central banks. Once rates are confirmed and activated, they automatically populate across participating institutions' platforms. That's what's happening right now with the dinar and dong. U.S. banks are seeing updated figures for the first time in years, signaling that these currencies have transitioned from restricted or inoperative status to active and tradable. This is a powerful step toward normalization, especially for Iraq's economy, which has been steadily stabilizing and rebuilding its international financial credibility. Now, one of the most important points to understand is that there will be only one official exchange rate for each currency. Contrary to the online rumors suggesting there might be tiered rates or private exchange levels, federal financial regulations prohibit multiple rates for the same legal currency within an official exchange network. That means whether you exchange at Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, or any other authorized institution, the rate per unit of dinar or dong will be identical. The only differences may arise from bank service fees or processing charges, but not the core rate itself. This ensures fairness, transparency, and legal compliance across the board, which is exactly how the U.S. financial system is designed to operate. Many holders have also been wondering whether having or not having
Receipts from their original currency purchases will impact their exchange rates. The answer remains a firm and legal no. Banks do not adjust exchange rates based on purchase receipts. Their only concern is verifying that the currency being exchanged is authentic and meets all anti-money laundering requirements. However, receipts do matter for tax documentation purposes, which we'll explain shortly. When you walk into a bank or exchange center, the teller will not ask when you bought your dinar or dong. They'll only verify that the notes are genuine and that your identity matches the transaction records for regulatory reporting. From a tax perspective, receipts serve a completely different function. They are essential for proving your original purchase price and date, which will affect how the IRS calculates your capital gains tax once you exchange. For example, if you bought your dinar or dong years ago and can prove the original cost, you may qualify for long-term capital gains tax rates, which are generally much lower than ordinary income rates. Without receipts, the IRS could assume your entire exchange amount is profit, resulting in significantly higher taxes. This is why financial advisors are urging currency holders to locate any available documentation before making their exchange appointments. Proper preparation could save investors thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars in tax liabilities. The rollout of live rates has not been announced in major public media yet, primarily because financial institutions are managing the process in phases. Large-scale announcements typically follow after systems have been tested, transactions verified, and public demand assessed. This soft launch method prevents confusion, protects exchange centers from sudden influxes of customers, and ensures that anti-fraud measures are fully active. Behind the scenes, banks are communicating with federal oversight agencies to confirm each step complies with anti-terrorism and financial transparency laws. For investors, this means that while excitement is justified, caution and patience are still essential as the rollout expands nationwide. Now, let's talk about what's happening in Iraq and Vietnam themselves. Both nations have spent years improving their economic and political stability to support stronger currencies. Iraq's foreign reserves have reached record levels, inflation has remained controlled, and the country has deepened its trade relationships with international partners. Meanwhile, Vietnam's manufacturing and export sectors have experienced remarkable growth, making the Vietnamese dong increasingly valuable in regional markets. The revaluation movement reflects these real economic improvements, not mere speculation. It's a recognition of progress in both countries' financial systems and their readiness to integrate more deeply with the global economy. Financial analysts monitoring today's developments are describing this as the most credible confirmation yet. The presence of live rates across multiple independent U.S. banking systems cannot be faked or simulated without central authorization. This means the rates are legitimate, verified, and supported by global monetary data feeds. The news has already triggered increased online searches, social media discussions, and phone calls to major banks. Many customers are being told that while rates are live, general exchanges may still require appointments or authorization codes once the official public phase begins. This structured rollout is consistent with large-scale financial system updates. For holders preparing to exchange, experts recommend taking a few key steps. First, ensure that all your currency is properly organized, counted, and stored in good condition. Damaged notes may require special verification, so handle them carefully. Second, contact your local bank to confirm whether they're participating in foreign currency exchanges and whether appointments are required. Third, prepare your identification and any relevant documents, including receipts or proof of purchase. Finally, speak with a certified tax professional before exchanging large amounts. Knowing your post-exchange tax obligations ahead of time will prevent unpleasant surprises when filing your returns. Another common concern is security. Some holders worry about potential scams or unauthorized exchange offers during this transitional period. Financial regulators warn that legitimate currency exchanges will only occur through authorized institutions, typically banks or federally licensed exchange centers. Any online or party claiming to offer special rates or exclusive deals should be treated with extreme caution. Remember, all official rates are the same nationwide, and no one can legally exchange outside authorized systems. Protecting your personal and financial information is as important as safeguarding your physical currency. It's also worth addressing a myth that's been circulating for years about so-called secret exchange groups or contract rates. For select individuals, there is no legal basis for such programs. Every exchange must comply with the same federal and international laws, ensuring that all participants have equal access to the official rate. Any individual or group promised higher returns or guaranteed priority access is likely engaging in misinformation or fraud. Today's developments prove that the official process is transparent and standardized, benefiting everyone equally. The system has no hidden tiers or secret negotiations, only verified rates approved for public transactions. Now that rates are live, how soon can the general public expect full access? Based on current financial procedures, it's expected that banks will gradually expand the exchange program over several business days. This allows for system stability, staff training, and coordinated communication with oversight agencies. Once the initial phase is complete, public announcements will likely follow, confirming open access for all eligible customers. Until then, holders should remain alert for updates from their financial institutions. Monitoring official bank websites and customer portals is the safest way to stay informed. Avoid relying solely on social media or unverified online forums. Many long-term investors are experiencing a mix of excitement and disbelief today. After years of speculation, conflicting information, and uncertainty, the appearance of lev rates feels like validation. For some, this moment represents years of faith in the revaluation process finally materializing. It's important to acknowledge that while emotions are high, discipline and prudence should guide every decision. Rushing into exchanges without understanding the full implications, especially regarding taxes and verification, could lead to unnecessary complications. Financial freedom is achieved not just by receiving wealth, but by managing it wisely once it arrives. As financial institutions continue testing and confirming the systems, analysts expect more banks to go live throughout the week. Once the system achieves full synchronization, all authorized senders will display identical rates for the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. At that point, public exchanges will become routine operations just like any other foreign currency conversion. This is a major milestone not only for investors, but also for Iraq and Vietnam, signaling their full integration into the modern global financial network. The implications for regional trade, economic partnerships, and global investment confidence are substantial. In closing, the message for dinar and dong holders is clear: the wait is over, and the process has begun. Lev exchange rates are now confirmed in the United States, marking the official start of a new financial chapter. While full access will take time to roll out, the confirmation alone is a monumental achievement. Remember, there will be one unified rate for everyone, and your receipts matter only for taxes, not for the exchange rate itself. Stay patient, stay informed, and stay cautious. History is unfolding in real time, and for those who believed in the potential of these currencies, today's news is proof that persistence pays. This is Iraqi Dinar News, bringing you verified, real-time updates as this story continues to develop. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next report.